Man, it poured like a banshee this morning. Oh, yes, it did. We went to the Raspberry Festival, the 90th anniversary, and it was chaotic at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport this weekend and today. Delta was all over the map. I never saw so many limousine buses downtown. They had a herbal facility going on, multi-marketing brainwashing going on. So we were backing up the pilots and came across the radio. They had 20 people down at Treasure Island. I just got on the radio. KML comes first, baby boy. If it's true, they better send somebody down there later, but it's too damn bad because we're on the hotels in town. Anyways, my name is Jeff, and this is Fear Mongering Radio. We're spreading fear and cheer. I was wearing my shirt up at the lovely and talented parade. People read it. What's that? I go, well, Google it. So I got some views today on that, and I said it's a world-class podcast. I'm a legend in my own mind, I said, we'll be spreading fear and cheer this afternoon. We'll be hanging out in the outskirts. But anyways, welcome to commercial, music-free sponsor for your podcasting. I asked for no gur. I have things I like San Diego, St. Martin. I love Rockstar. I like to work hard, travel, read, meet people, stay in hotels, not motels, real JOBs. Dying on your feet, not living on your knees. And Biden had to die on his feet. Some guy wanted to call the show. And I said, right now I'm telling him to call the show. So we'll see if he calls the show. 610, we'll put the phone number in here. I doubt he'll call the show. But it's a podcast, man. You call the show. That's what you do. You call the show. But anyways, how in the hell are you on a beautiful 21st day, Blackjack Day? Went to the car show yesterday. I'll put a video up tomorrow for the first one. Maybe I did like 9. I do like the action. A little more easier to got more videos in, took pictures with the GoPro and had the time of my life. And well, I was really going to do a show, see what trouble. All of a sudden I'm coming home and it comes on the radio, breaking news. I'm like, what the hell? The plagiarizer steps aside. Now it's going to be forked tongue up against the hunch. Kid you not, it will happen, and she'll rip him from pillar to post and post to pillar, baby boys. Oh yes, let's go with unfoldment. Started off with a drama. How in the hell are you? Well, me, I'm always feeling hungry, delicious, wonderful, outrageous, and contagious. Having the time of my life. I can breathe. My pain has gone away. My lower back, my left knee is no more crippling, and my right rib. And for 3 weeks, it was crippled up, walking around. And all of a sudden, Minneapolis-St. Paul was on fire. There was people everywhere. They were worldwide. They were nationwide. In the Meltdown and Delta and American, and we were backing up the pilot companies and people screaming on the radio. It's like it's not going to get any better by screaming on the radio. There are a lot of no-shows. I'm like, that was funny. They booked the hotel down. Whoever did that, I don't know how they got down there, but that's a truck and a half. They want me to go down. I have the 22-seater. I'm like, I'm not going down there unless I'm guaranteed $100. What do you mean? I said, these people aren't going to tip me anything. I'm not going down there. Plus, I got to go to parade. And I said, I'm out of service. Someone else can do it. I said, I expect $100 to drive down there, 2-hour round trip, pick up a bunch of pilots, and people will give you $2. It's a backup job for that behavior, and they can't do it because they were getting their asses handed to them with all the changes going on here with that outage. They had a problem. They were trying to get in the cover, and I told that lady on the phone, I said, listen, I was in their office, and I said, listen, biatch, this airport runs 24/7. I don't want to hear about it. Just reset the thing. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. I said, reset it. And they were going to go get some money on some cards. It's $8 to get in there. Every time you sit there longer. Well, guess what? They reset it, and I got a thank you over the radio, and I said, you're entirely welcome. To tell somebody that how to do their job. Just reset that thing. They paid their bill. But incompetency and embarrassment goes a long ways when sometimes people just don't know how to do their job. And these men and women in the armed forces out there, I beam out to out there, you guys out there in the outskirts, doing their job 20 on, 4 off. No, it's 24/7. They serve this country well. They serve Nobi Talk 1 and 2. Strong Nobi is free in the Jews. Snap the necks to Krauts. All that behavior, we appreciate all you guys have done. All the wars, sacrificing at the altar of freedom. Christmas is 5 months away. They will be celebrating it somewhere else. They'll miss out a lot of stuff. Vietnam, forgotten, Afghani, 9/11 war, all that behavior. And the men and women in blue, balls the size of Babel oak trees. God bless the working class that work and keep this world and country rocking and rolling, baby. Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard, in on uniform, we thank you so much for all you guys do out there. Without you, we have nothing at all. We appreciate everything you guys do. Much appreciate. Gracias. Thank you so much. Would you shower? Would you shower in that shower of Penn State? Me, I would not shower in that shower. P stood for Penn State. Here, we call it Pedophilia University until they're all publicly hung. Joe Pa got away with it. Died a free man. I believe in public execution for hurting children, rapists, murderers. Or 12 on, 12 off. We don't need drugs, just need a rope and 50 gallows in 50 states, state capitals. It costs 50 to 60 grand to house these people. The man from Subway should have already been executed a long time ago. Make good choices in your life. You are where you are because you're making poor choices. You want to live a good life. Don't run with poor people. Sitting on YouTube is no life. Please leave the house. Go fill an application out. Do something substantial. When you run with poor people and YouTubers like Dave runs with the stalker still, loser that he is, he'll always be a loser and a stalker. Maybe his dad should have used one of these. Condom. He wouldn't be around. Named him Junior and gave him 1 strike, and his mother left. Now he's got 2 strikes. Now he's just a loser in the basement of his grandma's house. But if you put a condom on, you prevent AIDS, herpes, unwanted children, gonorrhea, needle in the penis, smashing gash to limb. There's nothing wrong. You don't have 2 men having sex, fine. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing to watching 2 women have sex. That is gay sex. For me, 1 wiener in the room. As Tom Bernard from KQ91 always said, always, like he said, kids knows how the behavior. Pick on people your own age. Thank you so much. But anyways, another good choices. Don't drink and drive. Please call somebody or you will murder somebody. Pick up the phone. Too much to drink? Pick up the phone. That's all we're asking. So, got some views here and there. We have 328 listenable facilities. There's 7 million things you can listen to right now. We have 580 total live views, 61,000, almost 2,000 downloads. Sources that come in: Apple Podcasts, iVoox, Spotify. I get paid from them. Big Mutt, Spreaker, Giovanni, Deezer, Podcast, and Castbox all come to fear mongering. Apple get some of that. And iHeartRadio Network. The geolocation roll in: Russia, twice, Australia, Ireland, India, and Japan. In the United States of America, Iowa, Pleasant Hills, I think you're new. Andover once. What's new? Other Massachusetts, Stalker, douche, 7 times. New Jersey, Edison once. South Carolina, I have no South Carolina National Fix-It League as of late. Blows me away. North Carolina, a whole bunch. Florida. I had to go way up north and some lady called the phone. This is Marcia. Are you coming to get us up there in White Bear Lake? I said, I'm coming to get you. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm coming to get you. I don't know why they were the hell up there, but they shop around for their hotels. It was just chaotic. New Mexico, Hobbs once. And Arizona, Mesa. Those are IPs and many, many more that roll into the show to save trolls. We thank you so, so much. They give me the time out of your day. Then come and listen to my voice ramble and gamble through your ears. But anyways, yep, chaotic weekend with that. I was talking to the Delta guy, American guy later on at the Minneapolis St. Paul Airport. And they said it's going to take up more days. They don't know half people are at. He was stuck in Hawaii for 2 days. I'm like, poor thing. He goes, yeah, poor thing. It's better than Montana. So they're getting everybody all back and all the crews back together. And we were just over text with people downtown Minneapolis. They were over at the place in Minneapolis. I never saw so many limo buses and so many buses just busing people. It's unbelievable. And they don't give you a squad anyway. It's just going back and forth. It's the couples. But it was pretty chaotic, and I think they're having the parade. We went to the Raspberry Festival, 90th anniversary. I didn't video it, but it was just fun to go there. It was fun to go to the parade. Got some candy. Saw somebody from work. My cuz came walking up and said, I knew I'd see you here. So we chatted him for a little bit. I went and I poured some beer on your mom's grave. He goes, yeah, I know. I came up there later and I saw your beer bottle there and I saw the remnants of the beer. So he goes, she deserves it. I didn't realize his father was buried. He was a military man in the Army, World War II. Diesel mechanic. And so he ought to be an auto body. So we chat a little bit. New girlfriend, nice rack on. He likes big boob women. The other one had fake boobs. This one's got real boobs. But anyway, good to see his young ass. Family, saw people I recognize, and you say hi to people. It's just a get together in downtown Hopkins, a Raspberry Festival. It rained like a banshee this morning, and then all of a sudden it cleared out. And I said, I'll meet you up 11th Avenue and head up. Pork chop for $6. I like pork chops on a steak. Really, really good. Delicious. Yummy. But anyways, but then I went to the car show. What's with douche? Yeah, I know he steps down. No. Idiot. See, he probably saw it on YouTube somewhere. No chit. Douche. Let's see. Let's go with where was I gonna go? Where's my favorite right here? Boom. There we go. No douche. Idiot. But I went to the car show. Machine National was fun. Saw a Citation. That was pretty funny. A lot of 65 Chevy SS's, my favorite car. I saw some caddies. Just so it's not like back to the 50s. So, but I've done some panhandling over there on TikTok with some videos of doing that stuff. So triggering people, getting all pissed off, but having some fun, having the time of my life on that behavior. So the car show was fun. I was able to walk around without killing myself. So, but it was fun. It was $20 to get in. So the way in, I think it was $17. I saw that was $17 on the way in. And then Friday, I found a $100 bill sitting outside the VFW over there in Chanhassen. Meet some friends there, and they were playing there. And I said, "Well, I got to break it, so I'll give you 40s. Let's do some pull tabs." And they were playing or something. I said, "Well, me and her will play our own, you know." So they were sharing their winnings. It was getting kind of. So we pulled $280 in about 10 minutes, and they were pissed and we didn't share. I'm like, "No, I didn't tell you we were going to." Just like we were in Randall, Minnesota years ago on a Friday night. This is a good 10 years ago. We each put $10 in, and we pulled I think 190. It was bizarre, brand new box, and they were pissed. I said, "Look, so Dad, didn't say we were sharing with you. We just got here. I'm not sharing with you." Got all bitter. It was like a good year to get. I'd hear about that all the time. Small town. No, I'm not sharing with you. It was found money out in the. Couldn't believe it. That looks like a $100 bill. Little found money. So, but that was fun. The car show was fun. Perfect for videoing. Walk around. There's a lot of music in one area, so I kind of had to back off on the music. So I put those up. I kind of went every other day before. So those will be up in December. Before we're at the 50s. So they'll be spread out in December. So I'll put one up tomorrow on this channel, see how it goes. But it's been fun experience to see how they push out things as non-monetized. They're doing that to get people, excited, and they monetize it, which is fine. I've had a few monetized ones on this channel. That's fine. But the live streaming has got to go away and let people that make videos, if it's the Huss, if it's kid behind the camera, if it's me, anybody else, the old days, no one live streaming, which I do right now, isn't a big deal. I get it, and then there's no reason to sit in a room and wait for your name to be called and have you open 3 different windows and have 3 different toll accounts and then call your name, and he will call, right? But yeah, it poured for a while here this morning, and it stopped just in time for the Raspberry Festival's final. It used to be a 2-week thing. Now it's only a week. They used to have a golf tournament, so good crowd. Handing out candy. It was about an hour 40. A lot of bands, a lot of good bands, high school bands. Lakeville's North, and I think something else came. There were like 3 or 4. I love Pepsi bands. It's great. Good to see bands still in schools. That was fun to watch. Dancers, all ages. That was kind of cool. Motorcycle people come by, and so local towns that doing their stuff, like St. Louis Park has their spectacular. That's always Father's Day weekend. They come to the float. The girls all wave at you back and forth, whatever. That's always it's a fun. And they had fireworks last night, I guess. So, but yeah, it's good to have able to walk in the morning. The lower back is getting it's much better than it was. So anyway, so it was fun finding some money, making some money, do some videoing. So it was fun. I had a good time at the auto show with the Machine Nationals. It was fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Everyone here, because they have different kind of cars. Like I saw all kinds of different Impalas. I saw some Javelins. No, I didn't see any Javelins. They're probably out there somewhere, but I saw a lot of GTOs and a lot of stuff. Just a lot of cars you're not going to see. The Citation was epic too. It was epic to see that car. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't seen one of those in a long, long time. A lot of Corvairs, a lot of old Impalas, but we had the time. I had the time of my life. It wasn't raining like when I went to the car show. I mean, I could have done some with just music to it. I could have done 15 videos, but after a while, because every time I try to go in the area, they had music going, so I kind of curtail where I was at. So many cool cars there. More of a variety of them. So, but anyways, the green grass and high tides forever, man. But she did get Sue Ellen. There was 2 Deadpool hits in the Deadpool, Shannon Daughtry and Bob Newhart. Those were 2 Deadpool hits. So that cost me $40 right there. People piss and moan about it, but remember Sven Johnson, he should not be named. It was all people say it's disgusting, but they always can I get involved. Family only. We pick it during the holiday season. You get rid of a pick. Right now, I'm like in 3rd place. I've had 9 deaths. Sue Ellen's had 12. She passed me at 10, my niece. So, I had that Black Widow, that one chick. She was the, what do you want to call it? I have her, and I have the mayor of St. Paul had cancer. He hasn't kicked the bucket yet either, so. It's got to be a celebrity. It can't be someone in your family. It got to be someone well known, so it's always fun to. Who takes who off? I got Eddie Van Halen. I put him back on. I got Sid Hartman, the Queen. God Save the Queen. So the Deadpool hits. She had Shannon Daughtry there for a while. She hung on for a while. Finally kicked the bucket. Now she went. A lot of deaths. What's his name? Died. What the hell's his name? Oh God, what's his name again? He passed away. Saw some funny stuff on TikTok on him. He was pretty hilarious. Even funny to meet. So I guess he fell down, whatever. He was alleged being held hostage by his assistant before. But anyways, I love it. Douche sends me a text. Yeah, I know. I told a few people up at the parade. I said, yeah, I just came down. I was racing to coming down 169 and 89.3. It's an alternative. Said it, and I'm like, wow. I told Sue Ellen when the family was talking to him the other day. I said, he'll stop with no. I said, if the family's talking to him and Barack Hussein Obama's talking to him and the money's drying up, it's over. But he stepped down as they're not going to run to be a second term. If we had term limits, we wouldn't have this behavior. So I call her forked tongue because she's a very sassy young lady. She has ovaries. She wants to take on the hunch now. I guess she's going to, hopefully they can nominate her young ass. Hang on a second. Got someone calling right now. He will call.
Call from Houston Welder. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
I think this is Houston Welder. Hi.
Hello. And you are who?
Houston Welder.
And you're from...
Gave me.
Oh, you're the one on the Twitter wanted to call the show?
Yes.
So anyway, it says you're from Texas.
Yes, I'm from Dallas.
Okay, I'm a Cowboys fan. So anyways, I was just talking about right here in Fear. You're on Fear Mongering Radio here. You'll be on your YouTube account too as well. So just so you know, you're going to be on 20 different platforms or more after the fact. I'm not saying you get a lot of listens, but I'm just telling you, you're on a podcast here. You're an open mic'd, so I got music in the background, so I appreciate you having good sound. So anyways, my name is Jeff. Welcome to the show. How in the hell are you?
Good. Yeah, being from, Houston and Dallas, I like to support local podcasts.
Mm-hmm. I'm from Minnesota, so we're up here in the great state. I've been doing this for, I think, 17 years, been podcasting. I started on Blog Talk Radio Network, and I kind of came over here to Spreaker.com, so... But there's so much you can listen to now in the podcasting business. I mean, it's not that tough to start one. It really isn't. I had a contract. I paid $216 a year to have a, whatever. So, anyways, I enjoy podcasting. It's rare to get a call, but I appreciate it. So, anyway, let's talk about Joe Biden quitting, and I call her a forked tongue. Harris is going to take on Donald J. Trump, the 47th.
Yeah,
and
so they say.
I think she will. I think here's the problem when all of a sudden, let's say I'm your brother, right, or an uncle, and you have a business like a restaurant, and I'm your silent partner, and you want to do something, I'm like, well, the only way you're going to do it, you have to do this before I give you the money. You know what I'm saying? Just like my mom and dad both died, I was the executive of the state because they both knew I could say no. That if you contest it, you get nothing, right? I mean, they knew that I was going to die on my feet. And I think Biden died on his feet today instead of living on his knees. And there's a guy here in town who they did do a public apology. I know him, Dean Phillips, wanted to prime Biden, okay? Jewish man. I know him from Oak Ridge Country Club. He's the nephew of the Ann Landers, those guys, those twins. He's the nephew, and he has Phillips Liquor. And he was here in Minnesota, wanted to prime Biden because he said, guess what? We need a new guy. If I was her, I'd bring him on because he was the one who needs a public apology from people in the Democrat Party, in my mind. Because he was ahead of the curve. He's like, we can't have this, Biden. Because now, with Harris, can call the hunch, Donald J. Trump, on the carpet for his bold-faced lies. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how he likes to lie. I mean, he's a brainwasher. He brainwashes dumbass white people. You know, so I mean, I don't like either. I don't really like either one of these guys. I believe in term limits. You know, I believe in the. You get one term and out, but what's your thought? I mean, I talked on the shooting, on this behavior, and you know he won't release his medical records on that shooting. You know, out there in Pennsylvania, where when Biden had COVID, he did, and it's just a lot of suspicious behavior, and that kind of stuff where they could see him on the roof. What's your thoughts on that behavior, on that shooting?
Well, I am a Trump supporter.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not even. That's fine. I just don't. I just don't think a guy should publicly say he should grab a woman by his vagina and then say he would make. It's just I mean, I'm probably imperfect, but I've never understood why any woman would. I mean, I've always said your women's ovaries are up for auction. Your ovaries are up for auction, and I think he's trying to haul past the abortion bill by putting it in the states instead of making it federal. He's just ballless, and I don't think I'm probably imperfect, but I get it. You like the hunch. I'm a libertarian, but he likes to say a lot of lies. He likes to brainwash dumbass white people who can't think for themselves. Look at his VP, who called him a modern day Hitler, but then all of a sudden now he came back around because of power, right? I mean, it's amazing how all of a sudden it's time to get power. Well, you look at a lot of the Republican people. Rodney, what his name is in Utah. He dies on his feet. I'm the kind of person, ma'am, I'll die on my feet before I live on my knees. I mean, I'll live under a bridge with my integrity and no money instead of on top of it with money and no integrity. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I get it. You like the guy. That's fine. That's why we need term limits. 1 6-year term, there's no stop the steal. Because he invented that stop the steal before he knew he was going to lose. So he had that stop the steal already ready to get, because the dumbass white folk that just aren't uneducated and they read what
You're calling me uneducated?
Sometimes.
Dumbass white folks?
Sometimes. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm going to die on my feet right here. I'm going to die on my feet. Okay.
So you're not a Democrat, so you don't really care.
No. I'm an independent Republican. I am a libertarian. I work for a living. Okay. I care what's going on. I vote. I go to work every day. I vote. I care. I do care. I have a podcast, and I tell people I care. I'm not afraid to die on my feet. But I'm not afraid. I work with a lot of people that are just a really stupid, dumbass white people who get brainwashed. He's a great brainwasher. He tells lies over and over again.
So it's just, not only white people support Trump. You know that, right?
Yeah, I may be dumb. I may not be dumb, stupid, but he puts a lot of token Negroes in the background to make it look good.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, I'm just telling you. I'm not afraid to tell you what I think.
I don't think that they're token, and I know that like Asians, there's a lot of people who support Trump, and it's not. Are they dumbass Asians, dumbass Negroes? I mean,
they can be because they don't read, they don't travel, they believe everything he says. I mean, it's just everything he says. They don't.
Well, you obviously don't know Trump supporters because I do read. I'm globally traveled. I've been traveling all my life, and and I have associates and friends and colleagues from every background, pretty much, that you could imagine. I get along with all of them, and I don't understand why people that lean to the left tend to have more racist, hateful views.
I don't have hateful views, ma'am. I'm in the middle. I'm just telling you, I'm a middle of the road person.
Politically, you could say that, but you're very opinionated about other people, about politics, about Trump, which is fine. I mean, you're entitled to feel your own way. I respect everybody's opinions or perspectives, but okay then. But you're insulting Trump supporters. You don't mind doing that. He's right back to red again. He same thing he does everybody else. They do the same thing. It goes both ways. Okay, here's the whole thing. You know the Sandy Hook, right? They said that was a hoax, right? That didn't happen, right? And he liked that guy, the Jones guy. So should I say that was a hoax? That guy didn't die in that shooting? Should I gaslight people and say that was nothing but a false flag? The guy didn't really die? Because they did that with the... That is Jones' opinion. I mean, I'm not a fan of Jones. I don't dislike him either. I think he's okay. He doesn't bother me or anything like this. But he's real good at brainwashing dumbass white folk, that people that believe what he says. Because remember, young lady, if you hear on the internet, it must be true. Okay, that's great. You're the token of the person that can actually read and travel, maybe read, but some people don't. These are people my age. But I can't think for myself. Yeah, some can't. It's great, you can. I'm happy for you. But I've listened to these people on the Good Liars, and they ask them a point blank question, and they walk right into it. And it's kind of like reading off a teleprompter. They believe what they read, and then all of a sudden they tell them the truth, and they walk away because they don't want to hear it. I love the Good Liar because they make these dumbass white folk sound stupid. They'll tell them something, just like with one guy goes, well, if you call Hitler if you call Trump a Hitler, you should be slapped. So you go, well, do you know that J.D. Vance called him a Hitler? Well, he should be slapped. Well, yeah, he did, and he changed his tune because all of us is trying to be power. But I'm sorry, but I don't hate Trump. I'm not a fan of Vance either. I'd never even heard of the guy until a couple of days ago. Well, he was not a Trumper. He did not like the guy, and I get it. He didn't like him, and all of a sudden, for some reason, he decides to jump on the wagon because here's a champion VP that we're one heartbeat away from being the president of the United States of America. I mean, I am who I am. I'm not afraid to tell you what I think about. Who's your candidate? Who would you vote for? Right now, it's going to probably be independent. I mean, I vote for Amy Klobuchar until I can actually hear a good debate. I love how Donald J. Trump, the unselected, selected for it, because we don't elect them, we select them. You know that, right? You know that, right? You don't. Yes. You select. That's why they need to be voting. But I get tips at my job. I make whatever I make a year. I make a good salary. Okay, I make good tips. So he said he wants to have no tax on tips. You know he just can't do that, right? You know it's got to go through Congress, right? And he thinks he can just do it on day. He's in Nevada saying that because a lot of people work in the casinos are on tips. Okay. I mean, Trump was saying that? Yeah, he must not heard that then. So I mean, I'm telling something I heard him. I don't believe Trump said he was going to tax tips. I'm sorry, I misspoke to you. Not going to tax tips. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Biden said he was going to tax the tips, and they've been taxing tips for a long time now. That's been pretty much long. They tax us for everything. Yeah, that's been on the docket for. I worked at Perkins. They started doing that probably back in the 80s. So I mean, I put my tips get taxed. That's fine, not a big deal, whatever. But that I probably misspoke. But he wants to no tax on tips. So he's placating to the people in Nevada. I get it. You just can't. It's just not an executive order. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People don't realize. What can I ask? What race are you? Because you're saying dumbass white people. What race are you? What do I sound like to you? I I don't have a clue. I mean,
Well,
you sound like you're from New York or New
from New
Jersey
York?
or
You're gonna
something like
insult?
this.
I sound like from New York. I sound like from New York. Are you kidding me? That's an insult. People out there.
I don't know.
Wow.
Canadian?
No, not Canadian. I'm close on the border. I mean, you're in the class of the white folk there, I guess. I'm a white boy. I'm a grown ass white boy. If you need to know my race, do you need to know my birth date and the day what time I was born?
So do you feel better? Do you feel better saying dumbass white?
No, I don't feel better at all. I'm just
criticizing your fellow people.
Fellow people. Oh my goodness. I'm not. That's the way I am. I'm not afraid to speak out against people. People don't like it that I say that kind of behavior. We have people on this.
You don't align with other whites. You don't have any kind of affiliation with other whites.
No, I do have. I have a lot of white friends on both sides of the aisle, and we have great conversations about politics all the time. My next neighbor up on the hill is a white guy. He's a very good friend of mine, and he's a Republican, and we talk all the time back and forth. And I have a very good friend of mine. He's passed away, and he was a white guy, and he was a big Democrat, but he knew I was an independent Republican. He'd always go, "Your boy, Donald J. Trump." And I told him before he passed away, 2 weeks before he died of cancer, I told him, I said, I guarantee he will not be the president the second time around. I will guarantee he will not win. I told him that.
Huh?
I told him that when he lost when he went for the second run. I said it was in 2020. I said he will not win. I told him, I said, this is not
because they stole the election.
So you think so? So what kind of proof? I mean,
I know so.
You know so. So what kind of know so do you have? What you see on the internet, right? Someone told you. I mean, look at the guy here in town here. I saw Mike Lindell at a show a while ago, and I walked up to him and I said, listen, I've got your pillow, but I said, you wanted to have martial law in my state. Explain me why. He looked at me and I said, why don't you pay that guy who proved you wrong, that you had some stuff on a computer that showed? I mean, I have people all the time, show me where it's stolen. I mean, show me something. But people, it's what you hear. So who told you? Where'd you hear it from? Did you see it yourself or someone told you? Who told you? Hello?
Well, there's evidence that they found ballot, fraud. There's evidence. So, and it's been proven in the court of law with Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia, and people have gone to jail for it. So,
and I suppose it was a false flag.
You really think that Biden got all of those votes?
I guess.
I mean, and you're calling other people.
But look at Pence. They wanted they wanted to hang a sitting VP. A friend of mine, Georgia Peach, he called me up and he was down there, and I said, "You better get the hell out of there." And they had a portable hanging thing. They wanted to hang his ass. I mean, because he knew as a sitting VP, he couldn't override the election. And when they stop a steal, when they stormed the Capitol, and I told somebody at work, I worked at the grocery store, and I told them, there's going to be a problem there. And I said, there's going to be a problem. You're going to be a bunch of brainwashed, dumbass white folk, and whatever was going to be there, brainwashed whiteies, black, white, Hispanic, and we're going to storm that thing. I knew they were going to do it because, guess what? Peacefully, my ass. I only sat by and watched that, and watched it on TV. I'm sorry, but I'm and the guy, that whole thing, then he wants to pardon these people. And, like I said, but if people can believe what they want to believe, I guess. I mean, you see it on the internet, it must be true. I always say that it must be true, right? I mean, he constantly. I mean, they all lie up on the Hill. They all do. That's why I'm saying 1 6-year term for the president, 2 times 4 in the 2 times 4 in the House and the Senate. We elect the Supreme Court, and they get 2 5-year terms and get out. The best thing to come out of his yapper is when he went in to say that he was going to term limits. Like, really? That's actually something positive out of his mouth. But when he likes to just continue to spread, let's get to the facts instead of continue saying the stolen election, this or that. Let's get down the brass tacks of, again, let's get. And I totally believe, but let's lock up those borders. I've been on that for many, many years. That's why I get sick and tired of people living off the government who live in this country, white, black, Hispanic, who live off the government, where people are dying in oceans and deserts to get here. And they're not taking white people, whatever, Americans' jobs either. They take jobs people don't want. working in the lawn business, in the restaurant business. I work at the airport. They're begging for people to drive shuttles from airports, making good money, but people don't want to do it. They'd rather make money from the government. So, I mean, there's a lot of
Because
things.
they don't pay us.
Well,
If you're spending 8 hours of your life every day at a job, you should at least go home with,
well, you educate.
$200 or something like this,
Well, I make a little more than that.
But they want to
tips.
pay you like $100.
Well,
and then you have to go to a second job after that to pay this awful economy. Why would anybody want to do that? I mean, obviously people are looking for the best job.
So
They're not just taking the bullshit job.
Well, I make $35 an hour in the daytime. I make $19 an hour driving plus tips at the airport. I do a lot of welding in the half. I mean, it's called education and applying yourself in a job. I mean, you are who you run with. If you run with poor people, you're going to be poor. Would you not agree? If you run with poor people, you're going to be poor. Would you not agree? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Well, you don't know. I mean, you are who you run with.
I don't run with anybody.
Well, whatever. Then maybe you're a loner. I don't know. Would be on a roof with a rifle. I have no idea. But the bottom line is, it's like you are who you run with your life. My dad told me that when I was 18, 19. I used to drink like a fish, young lady, like a fish. And he told me you got to get.
All your friends are rich.
Yeah, they have money and they have people. Look, even that guy up in the hill has his own boat business. He's my friend. He pays his employees $80,000 a year to fix boats and stuff. He's a great guy. I run with people with money. I don't run with drug dealers. I don't run with alcoholics. I run with patriots, regardless of either of the aisle. Respectful. Listen, I had a friend of mine for many years, very good friend with him and his wife. He cheated on his wife. Well, guess what? He's no longer my friend because I don't want people to cheat on their wives. I don't do that kind of behavior. Okay? I don't run with poor people. I do not run with people that don't work for a living. I will be able to vote regardless. I can be friends with anybody of any religion, Republic, Democrat, gay. Here's the whole thing about the gay sex thing too as well. I know we're kind of getting off the thing here, but I told people, if you don't like two men having sex, I get that. But if I don't like two men having consensual sex, right? Then can I watch lesbian sex? Is that watching lesbian sex? Is that gay sex, or is that just two women having sex? I'm just curious because these people.
I think it's gay sex.
Then why do these people watch a lot of lesbian sex? Then I know a guy I worked with was pissing and moaning about that one day about up Hershey Avenue, and I said, well, I've heard you talk about lesbian sex. And I said, that's gay sex. I said, that's not a very Christian thing to be doing, is it? He got all mad and walked out because that's a double standard. I don't care. I have some gay friends. I said, well, no, I know that's a lot of that behavior goes on. I get it. You don't like two men, going Hershey Avenue. You want to stink the pink? Go ahead. I don't care. Jesus loves you. This I know, for the Bible tells me so. That's all I'm telling you. I mean, I'll let God decide who gets in the kingdom of God. Would you not agree? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious, man. Just people walk around with the Holy Bible, but then they're out there, choking their chicken and watching two women have sex, and even though God knows.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't run with people that do that kind of behavior. I don't dupe and prejudice people. Hey, I have people of friends of all different races and everything else. I don't care. I carried a Jewish golf club, and I remember I did a book report on the Jewish Holocaust, and I interviewed from people at Oak Ridge Country Club, and I brought it in when I was in 8th grade, and this is when he goes, I got to give you D- because it never happened. He was a Holocaust denier, and this is in 78. I'm like, really? But that's just
Some people feel like it didn't happen.
Well, that's because they want to. But like they always say, it's called gaslighting people. You just kind of got ignored, just like with the Sandy Hook with Jones, who Trump would quote. They continue to gaslight the family. So I mean, I could gaslight the family of the young man who allegedly was shot at the alleged assassination, of Donald J. Trump. I mean, allegedly, I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, I guess he hasn't shared his.
So
own.
you're denying that?
No.
Trump was.
I just told you. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said?
No, not really.
Did you hear? See, you're not listening. So that's the problem. You want to hear? I said allegedly. I said allegedly. I said, so you got to learn to listen.
What other major events do you know about besides the Holocaust? Do you know any other major tragic events that ever happened to other human beings? Do you know about any other ones?
Native Americans. Native Americans. You have 9/11. You've got a lot.
There was a Holocaust against the Native Americans.
Well, yeah, but there was all. They took their land. All that. I mean, I like history.
Who took their land?
I mean, the 9/11, all it still happened.
Dumbass white people.
What?
Dumbass white people. Did they take the Indians' land?
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How come none of them own any of the land?
What?
How come very few whites own land? Who owns all the land? Who are the major landowners in the United States?
Who is?
Yeah, who?
What's that one?
Dumbass white people?
Usually, who's that one guy who was had a lot
Well,
of?
did you read that on the internet? I mean, how do you know that that's true?
What's his name? Owns a lot of Oh God, what the hell's that one guy's name? Oh God, what was his name? He was a CNN guy. Owns a lot of property in Montana. What's his name? What the hell is that guy's name again? He started CNN. What the hell's his name? He bought a bunch of land in Montana. So, whatever. I mean, I'm far from being perfect. I don't have my knowledge of a lot of stuff, but I'm always willing to be educated. But I'm not. I will not. I just, I like to read and travel, meet people, and it's. I just.
Well, the thing with information, you have to be brave enough to delve into things that you don't necessarily agree with or agree with at all. You just have to be brave enough to get into it and learn.
How's brave? What do you mean by brave? What does brave mean? What does brave mean? Am I going to get?
You have to be brave because
okay.
Nobody wants to hear about things that they don't agree with. Nobody.
Okay.
Even I don't want to hear it, right?
I guess.
Nobody wants to hear that there's a different perspective than what we want to carry.
No, I love to listen to people.
Are not brave.
I like to listen. I'll listen to anybody. I love a good conversation. I tell you, a lot of times, I've been on this podcast many times. On Blog Talk, people would call in and they'd rage quit because I would, whatever you talk to them, they don't like it. I mean, I'm not afraid to talk to anybody about anybody, anything. It's just not. I mean, I don't know. People have their opinion. Like you got an. They like they say, an acid. They both have it. And it stinks. I mean, I'm not afraid to talk to people about anything. But some people get into shouty matches, which I've seen. I have a shirt that says I have Donald J. Trump in the front of it. It says his mugshot. It says "Stop the Steal," "Lock him up." And then brainwasher. And on the back, I Fauci. It's the same. Put his picture in for a put the goat and mask up or die, whatever. People get all bittered about that shirt. I wear that. And I made one with the iconic stage photo with him, with the blood on his right of his ear. And it's I can't remember what I put on there. I put on there. I go inside job, fake news or whatever the hell I put. But people get all pissed off about that shirt. It's like calm down. But I have that one with he said he never surrenders, but when you surrender, when you get your picture taken, would you not agree? When you go in and get your mugshot, right? When you get a mugshot, you get right.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I don't either, but come on, you wouldn't know. I mean, you're going to go surrender. They bring you in there. I mean, my mother was a very good lawyer. I was you go in there and you surrender, and they take your mugshot and they fingerprint your ass, and that's what you do when you surrender. Because he said no surrender, but he surrendered for mugshot. So, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I think we'll see what happens with the plagiarizer's gone. The forked tongue will be interesting. How he takes on. I call Trump the hunch because he hunches, and we'll see what happens with this stepping down, and we'll see if she gets selected by the whenever they have their get together going on there. Because I think it came down to Barack Hussein Obama, who talked to the plagiarizer and said, you have to step down. So Dean Phillips should be your VP, but you never know, man. Bill Clinton, man, Yahoo. My wife would be a very good VP, man. Get her in that White House again, Yahoo. Because I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Lewinsky. Yeah, okay. But no, I just think it's going to be an interesting run, and I've always said let's get the working class back. I understand about people not getting paid, but I mean, we don't have any credit card bills. I believe if you charge it, you don't need it. I live within my means. I paid myself first. I don't got to. That's the way it works with me. I've always been like that. But I'm my first creditor. If I charge anything, we go on vacation, it's paid for. So I've always worked for a living, 2 jobs. If you want something, you pay for it.
I don't use them either. It's a smart way to live.
What?
Not using credit cards.
No, you don't. If you need to charge, you don't need it. That's all I've always said. You don't charge alcohol or food or liquor. Those are three things you don't charge. And you want to gamble, that's fine. Make sure the money you're willing to lose. Too many people that will gamble their life away, and it's not my fault. Make poor choices. You are your choices in life. Again, I don't run with poor people. I don't run with drug addicts. It's just the way it is. I have your inner circle of people that you trust, and that regardless of the color of skin or whatever they are. But I don't want people. I'm not. I mean, you know, Mark Cuban is, don't you? He's from Texas. He said that before. He's never ran with people who are poor.
Yeah.
He said
I don't like him.
Well, I don't hate, like, or dislike, but he said something a long time ago. Don't want poor people. You'll be poor. That's all there is to it. And I believe in doctors.
There's a lot of things. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't trust anything he says.
But he got lucky, and I think he invented. I think it was Amazon or Yahoo's computer stuff. I think he did.
No, he didn't.
Something he invented. Whatever he did, I don't know. Whatever he did.
He didn't invent anything. He just weaseled his business partner out of the deals that they built together,
right.
And then he bought a team.
Well, the team he bought for pennies in the dollar. But no, he's a wealthy man. I understand that. I don't think he sold it.
He sold his team.
Yeah, to a gambling company. Imagine that. So.
Yep. So he could become a lobbyist and get into politics.
Yep. Well, he wants to make Dallas like this chick wants to make Dallas a travel destination to that cesspool of a city of Dallas. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. It's not a mecca to go for a hot facility. I mean, Las Vegas is a hot piece of crap down there too as well. The only best place in Nevada is Reno, where it's nice. I've been to Texas. It's not a big deal. My nephew, a leaning far right, he lives somewhere down in Texas. So he's down there in Texas somewhere. He moved here from Minnesota down there, and he had this idea that the riots were going to come down to the poor side of Minnetonka. And I said, "You're nuts." So he belonged to some cult down there, some religious cult down there, I guess, and was trying to get some money from the family. And I said, "No one's giving me any money. He's going to sit down there with his lovely wife, because his wife is a sister to an NFL player, and he actually cut him off because he got sick and tired of getting money, and it was all going to nothing but some stupid church." So I don't know what he's
a stupid church.
Some religious cult he's involved down there. So he's a Marine, but he's just my brother died 12, and he's picked up the mantle of my brother, and being just me and you had a conversation. I was on both different sides of the aisle, but my brother would never have conversations like we have right now, and my other brother, the bitch, it's kind of picked the mantle, but I can usually, handle him on Facebook. I put him on mute every once in a while. He pisses and moans. So I just, I like a good conversation, but when you start swearing at somebody, you win. Somebody called me a snowflake about a year ago. I'm like, really? I'm a snowflake? I didn't know. A snowflake. I work for a living. That's a great term, snowflake. I didn't know it was a snowflake. I don't have a backbone like a jellyfish. I don't have that behavior. I go to work every day, listen to people, talk to people. Every day I read, I try to meet somebody. Every day I want to meet somebody new. I want to go somewhere. I read the paper regardless, USA Today, Tribune. I like to read things online. I'm not going to be a Newsmax like my brother used to be all the time and just listen to the same propaganda left to right. It's fun to talk to other people and get an idea how the other half lives, whatever the hell it may be. But it'd be interesting to run for 2024, the 47th President of the United States of America. It'd be interesting what the forked tongue can take on the bold-faced little liar that he is, Donald J. Trump, and call him out on his lies. He likes to, I didn't see any of his 92-minute acceptance speech, but he was saying he likes to sound off on stuff. He likes to fan the flames, like to say what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's just placated people. Let's stick to the facts. That's whatever's going on, inflation, whatever else. Lay out the facts. Don't just make something up as you go along. We gotta look at it. I don't care who you are. None of these idiots have worked for a day in their life. You should have to serve the military before you send someone else to war. Okay, before you're up on the hill to send let's say you have a son or something, send him to war, he or she, until you decide you have to understand you've been there before this other behavior goes on. So.
Well, I got some reading to do, so I'm going to have to sign off.
All right, I'll talk to you later. There she goes.
Okay.
That was kind of boring. Oh, those, from Texas, you guys, but that was kind of, I don't know. I guess that's kind of funny. So that was pretty good. What's this? Selma promised Cybertruck boat mode sinks in public test. Oh, God, that's funny. Rubber problem discovered during river crossing. Hey, maybe do this before you do. That is absolutely hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh, my word. Oh, my goodness. That's makes me laugh. And then it... Yeah, I'm right now. So she responded. It's her Get Out the Vote is her channel out there. I guess her thingamajig. So, But that was fun. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not afraid to speak out. And it's dumbass white folk, and majority of the follow is young ass, and people of color. You know, I'm probably being prejudiced. I'm just not afraid to speak out. You know, but it'll be interesting to say the least with this behavior that goes on with Biden and the forked tongue, where she goes from here. Be very, very interesting. I think they'll give her the nod, but I would bring in Dean Phillips to be the VP. Who knows who'll be a VP? But when I heard that she told me the family was talking to him. I think it was the day before, whatever it was. I said, well, that's me in the end. She with me. I said, well, and then Barack Obama was getting involved, and they're holding back money, like I just told her. When she had a restaurant, let's just say, or something, and I wanted to get that little young lady, I don't know what her name was, and I would say, hey, what about it, And she wanted to do something. Well, I'm not going to give you money because I don't want you to do that. Whatever. I would not give her the money to do a restaurant, whatever she wanted to do. So then they started holding back money. And well, I think it'd be a great. I think he'd be a little scared to rival her. Be interesting because she's got a forked tongue. She can think on her feet. The hunch will roll in there. I mean, it was, like I told her, I said I could like I said, I told her with what word I use. I could say there was a conspiracy theory that the guy really wasn't killed. I could say that, just like they did with the Sandy Hook, right? I could do that. He quoted him all the time, Jones. I'm not going to. She didn't listen. I said I could say that. I could say, guess what, man? It was a fake, fake news, right? It's again, it's what the code for the white folk, fake news, dumbass white folk that aren't educated, that listen to go to these stupid get-togethers. That's what they go, these dumb-ass get-togethers. Sit around, cheer, cheer, cheer. That's what they do. Oh my God, he's the greatest thing in the world. Sorry, man. I mean, I could talk to anybody. I don't care who you are, white, Hispanic, Jew. It doesn't matter. I'm not afraid. But it is what it is, man. We'll see what happens here. We get to Kamala. Here's for Trump. I think she'll get selected by the Democrat Party, and money will roll in. But like I said, she didn't give me any proof. I didn't hear any evidence. And I get you want to see what you want to believe. You want to believe, see what you want to see, right? Just like people looking for ghosts, right? They think they see a ghost, or they're out in the middle of the woods with a flashlight looking for Bigfoot, right? I've seen plenty of those shows. What's out there? Yeah, like Bigfoot's gonna just walk up to you. Hey, man, how's it going? It's like, yeah, I get it. You can believe what you want to believe. Just what Trump will tell you, because that's what he's going to tell you. Same thing with Mike Lindell. In this town, wanted to have martial law in my state. Martial law in my state. That's what he wanted to have. He wanted to bring out in my state. Nobody else. And he still hasn't paid off his bill for his lawyers, and he's going to lose the business. And it's unfortunate the employees. And I get the young lady about not making money. Well, then get a job. Then get educated to find a job that you can do, and you'll make money, woman. That's all there is to it. Get a good job. Work hard. Live within your means. That's why people, forgiving the college loans pisses me off. It's like, can someone pay off my mortgage, please? Thank you very much. I mean, I shelled out $2,500 to my PT Cruiser. Can somebody pay that for me, please? You know, you got to pay your bills. You got to carry your own water, right? You got to pull up your skirt. You got to go to work. You know, work until probably 10 or 11. Learn to pay myself first. Live within my means. Got rid of alcohol. Not afraid to speak. Far from being a racist person. I mean, I'm far from it. I'm just not afraid to point out majority of people at these things are dumbass white folk between 40 and 70 that listen to everything the man says. Down bull-faced line, and then grab a woman by the vagina and whatever else he says. It's just the garbage that he trolls out and tells bold-faced lies. I don't know all the lies. I mean, I went through a few of them, but it's the constant just saying stuff because he continues to talk about the steal. Get over the steal. You're done. Move on. Start talking, and then this no tax on tips. You know, because they've been going on for a while. Great, be great, but you just can't do that. Got to get through Congress. That's easy to say, to placate to the working class. A lot of people make tips. I've always said that it shouldn't be anyways. I mean, all along. That goes right back in the economy for a lot of people. Worry about people paying their fair share on the business. That's half the battle. He wants to have tax cuts. Okay, where are you gonna, then how are you going to get revenue? You know what I'm saying? Where are you going to get that? You know, he could have pulled out of Afghanistan a long time ago. He could have had him out long until handed it off to Biden. Biden had no choice. They left a lot of money behind. They left a lot of stuff behind to get that. But they should have been gone a long time ago when Obama was in office, and they didn't. But you know, he's a draft dodger himself, and Biden didn't serve either. So it's just usual behavior, man. But I think that one young lady, it's probably illegal to be rich. I don't care. You want to be wealthy, be wealthy. My dad told me that many, many times when I was younger. So my mother, never be ashamed to have money, cowboy. Never be ashamed to have money. Too many people are. God forbid you have money. Make it fairly. That's fine. That's how you spend it. I mean, I'm within my means. I still work because I want to, because I have to. But it's easy to be brainwashed. I mean, Jeff Hagee on here, brainwashed dumbass white folks. The Hagee family, the Hagee family. Look at, keep it on the camera. People believe what he says and what he does. They follow it. You know, the angry grandpa's been dead how long time? They still call the guy like he's a god, right? That's just how it is on YouTube. That's the way it is. But Dave 25 talked about in the video on the other channel. You know, I was on the phone. He brings me in. He brought in the stalker, right? I haven't talked to him since. It's like, you little peckerneck, man. He still hangs out with the stalker. From what Dave told me, he's fighting with the Turtle Boy, which is his hero. Yeah, okay. See, he's the same stalker. Same thing with Turtle Boy. That was his hero. He was his hero with his other chick who was innocent of the charges, right? But she was a little taken back when I said token Negro. Well, that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. But good old douche, usual behavior. You're never going to get a job. Texts me about Biden. Yeah, I know Biden stepped aside. I know it. Oh, my goodness. But we will see what happens here the rest of the way. I haven't really heard about too much drama. I don't know what's going on out there. I mean, douche will always tell me what's going on. But he's his usual loser behavior in the basement of his grandma's house. I just cannot believe that. I just could not imagine. Can you imagine being in the basement of your grandma's house? Refuses to get out of the house. I mean, holy balls, the size of basketball. Yeah, Google Project 25. Trump, that's not mine. Yeah, okay. He was going to say it's not his, but he'll take, he does all, all his butt buddies are. Yeah. Not running the puppeteers. Well, of course he's not running the country. Biden is, and we know that. It's pretty much a fact. Let me see here now. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. we know he's pretty much not running. Yeah, pretty much know that's usually what it is. They're not running it. Biden didn't make the choice. He's never made any choices. Yep. But no, it was good to have her call the show. She wanted to come on, but she's opinionated. Get a show, man. It's not that tough to have you on here, right? I guess he was right. Damn right he was right. They owe him an apology. He should be the VP. He should. That's right. Dean Phillips. He was right, but he was an a-hole, right? He was an a-hole, a jerk, right? Save image. Dean. Yeah. He was right. I know Dean. I mean, he knows me. If he was, I'd know him from Oak Ridge Country Club. Hell of a nice guy. Great guy. I still love this. The must thing. If you're going to do this water thing, make sure you check it out before. Make sure you check it out before you go in there. It's just hilarious. Oh my goodness. That's just it makes me laugh, and then it makes me cry, and then I start to scream, and I start to holler. It's just funny as hell. I've seen those trucks up close. Not a big deal. But douche and his usual behavior going on, his usual trolling going on, and it's never going to end. Let me go over here. But let's see what's going over here on live on there's all right right now on Spreaker.com. I mean on Blog Talk Network. There's not one live show. Not one. How sad is that? Oh my God. Unless having problems again. I don't know why that's still around. The old days was fun, and that's sad. But Kamala forked tongues intends to earn and win Democrat presidential nomination. I hope so. It'll be interesting because I can see the hunch not wanting to. Can't stop staring at the USA Gymnastics. What's this all about? We can't stop staring at the gymnastics the uniforms. Why are you staring at the uniform? What's the big deal? Are they sexualizing them, or what's the deal? I mean, yes, they're in small, skimpy outfits. What's the big deal? That's the way it is. I don't know what the big deal is, so it's always skimpy. It is what it is, man. So I hope she does well, Suni. St. Paul girl. Trump gives assistance to Democrats. Republicans urge Biden to leave White House, and now is Trump lashes out, urged Biden to leave. It'd be hilarious if he just left. He called his rival the single worst president in history. That'd be hilarious if he just stepped aside, kind of wake up in the morning, I resign, leaves. You usually don't run it anyways. You usually have people behind the scenes. But what's the strict rules? Olympic gymnasts are not allowed to break. What's the rules? Well, they probably have to have a certain diet. Probably no sex. Who knows? Let me see. Dense diet. They must avoid illegal moves. Performing Olympic gymnasts should never go head to toe perfection. Have to follow certain grooming regulations. Okay. Should be heed etiquette rules, whatever that means. In some cases, are procedures to maintain a certain weight. Oh, I'm not surprised. Underwear must never be visible. Okay. Gymnasts have to pick the right music for the floor routines. Okay. That's amazing how they can fly around like that. They should never pick practice, but you can't. It's amazing how they can fly around like that. Picking a wedgie could be costly. What is that? knows that things that tend to get cheeky in regards to leotards due to a snug fit. Olympic uniforms totally common for the rep to ride up, leaving gymnastics with an uncomfortable wedge. These fashion bloopers are part of the course when it comes to the sport. Gymnastics generally do not get too self-conscious about, after all, the main objective score a coveted gold medal, and only wedges are perfectly normal sight at Olympic gymnastic competition, but they also left alone. Gymnastics performing yes means picking a wedgie against the rules. According to Beloski, gymnasts actually can get docked points if they caught trying to pick a wedge. Oh my, come on. Okay, it's upper. Oh, I'm not going to get it. Are you kidding me? Oh, my word. That's hilarious. Gabby Douglas opens up about her career plan for missing the 24 Olympics. I love her nickname. Her nickname was Flying Squirrel. To mistake, she's retiring the U.S. Hockey leotard for good. Locking roster. 28-year-old Olympic champion, 20 Monaco in Paris due to a foot injury. However, it hopes to return to the Olympics 28 in Los Angeles. In fact, she's slowly getting back in the gym, focusing on developing new skills and learning the old ones. And you're getting too old. But she's a hell of a gymnast. She's just, that girl can fly in the air. I love that flying squirrel. But yeah, that was a fun phone call from the young lady. I couldn't remember her name, but I'm not afraid to speak out. I could really give 2 F's, but that's the way she goes. But replacing Biden a ticket unlawful in some states. What do you mean unlawful? What are you trying to say? Biden can't be attacking on Trump if Biden drops out 25 days. I like forked tongue. She's gonna be if she gets in there. Who knows? It's gonna be interesting. MTN Boba gloat over Biden exit with conspiracy and Trumpism. Devani Adams does not hold back on Tom Brate. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. We will see where this goes. Where all this behavior goes. Let's end this with my favorite, Eyes of Glory. Eyes of Glory. Shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, or we could do this one first. Clear eyes. You're an East Coast bitch. Dude Davis. East Coast bitch, yeah. Living in his grandma's house. Stuck in the basement. Yeah. East Coast bitch. Doesn't even know what Block Island is. Yeah, he's East Coast bitch. A Trump supporter all the way. Never had a real job. He hangs out with the stalker. Never does the wants work. Always stalking Tina. Loves the other idiots. Constantly refuses to get a job. Double G hard R. He's an East Coast bitch. Day 25 is East Coast bitch. That's right. East Coast bitch. Douche. Lord Avenger owns him. Yes, he does. East Coast bitch. Yeah. Nothing but an East Coast bitch. Yeah. He refuses to work for me too. That's right. East Coast bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Always trolling in the rooms. 3 or 4 accounts. Thinks he monetized. Just get a job, bitch boy. He refuses to work. He refuses to do anything. He's the East Coast bitch. Get that bass going. Yeah, that's right, man. Moving out of the basement. Faking an injury. Nothing but the East Coast bitch. He's a dumbass white boy. That's right. East Coast bitch douche. Living in the basement. He'll always be an East Coast bitch. A big Trump supporter. That's right. Come on, it's taking over. Fork tongue. She ain't an East Coast bitch. But you are, Dave. Let's go with Eyes of Glory. Let's end it. That's right. Thanks for the call, whoever you were. Appreciate you coming on and saving trolls. Appreciate it very, very much. On the 21st day of July 2024, it's 5 months away. 5 months. Christmas. We appreciate you listening to the audio version of the video platform. My name is Jeff. We hope all is well. Remember the military, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard, they're in and out of uniform. Thank you so much for the service of this country. Without you, we have a little nothing at all. Balls the size of bad old trees. Like cop call crackhead. God bless working class at work every single day. Damn right. Make good choice. Don't run with poor people. You be poor. That's all there is to it. All you got to do. Make good choice. Don't drink and drive. Please call someone your MERS and put a condom on when you can have sex. Women carry the groceries. Please prevent unwanted pregnancies. Abortion is not a way for lovely intent birth control. Adoption is the option. Make good choices and you'll be good places. Half of myself and all the board members of Speculation Sports, Fear Mongering Radio. My name is Jeff, and we are